Hello, my name is Allie, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Caller X Malice, Okazaki's route. Let's go. In that regard, Okazaki's constant presence was relief. Which I don't even remember what regard it was.
Oh, wait. Can I come inside for a minute?
I looked curiously at the message I received. Ding dong. Simultaneously, the intercom rang. Hi.
Morning, lady.
He was wearing his gentle smile as expected. What is it, Okazaki? I'm about ready to go. He always met me in front of the building, so I was worried that something had happened. Were you waiting for long?
No, I wasn't. I have something to give you today.
Something to give?
Close your eyes.
Okay. I did as I was told. I waited nervously.
Okay, you can look.
So sweet! He gave flowers. Ta-da! Even though I'm not a fan of flowers, but yeah, it's still cute. When I opened my eyes, I was greeted by a bouquet of flowers. It was this small, lovely bouquet with hand-matched pink and white flowers.
There's a florist that opens early, so I stopped by on the way here. I was hoping this would cheer you up. Lady?
Are these for me?
Derp. Come on, lady. Who else would they possibly be for? I picked them out just for you.
CG!
Oh, don't tell me you hate flowers.
No, not at all. I'm just completely surprised is all. I hadn't imagined that I would suddenly get a bunch of flowers out of the blue. Can I keep them?
Didn't I say that I picked them out for you? You treated me before, and you let me use your pillow. So, as thanks, you were looking kind of glum yesterday, so I wanted to see you smile.
Okazaki. A feeling of warmth spread through my chest. I'd been stressed by my lack of progress since I'd started investigating the November incidents. I had been racking my brain to figure out what else I could do. He was thinking about me. I can't hide anything from you, Okazaki.
That's just because you're honest.
Does it show that easily on my face?
Yeah, but I like watching you be that way, so don't hide things from me. If you like the flowers, would you mind giving me a smile?
Thank you. I'm incredibly happy, really. I like how the CGs in this game change. I know there's a few games that do that too, but I think Mystic Destinies did too, but I think that's really cool that they do that. I felt my face break into a warm smile. It had taken a while because I had been overcome by happiness like this. So I gave him the brightest smile I could manage to show him how grateful I was for his kindness.
That's great.
When he saw me, Okazaki smiled himself like he was a blooming flower.
Smiles look good on you.
His gentle words and soft voice made me blush. He was the one who had helped me smile.
I was nervous. I've never bought flowers before. When the shopkeeper asked me what kind of person I wanted to give them to, I wasn't sure.
How did you respond? It was embarrassing, but I really wanted to know how he replied.
It's embarrassing, so it's my secret.
Another secret? That's so unfair. I can't hide anything from you. I exaggeratedly pouted, and Okazaki's eyebrows knitted in worry.
I guess it wouldn't be fair to hide it when you put it like that. Or that way, close enough.
Yep, the fewer the secrets, the better.
I told them I wanted them for someone special. She's kind, hardworking, and strong. And very cute.
That's totally unfair.
What? You know how embarrassing it was to say that?
You don't look embarrassed at all.
I suppose that it's more embarrassing for you.
Of course it is. In the end, I realized that I'd been more embarrassed by his revelation than he was declaring it. He thought I was special because of his wish to protect someone. I understood that, but the words came to mind again for some reason. I feel a lot better now. Thanks, Okazaki.
I feel better thanks to you too. It goes both ways.
Because I laughed?
Yeah.
He nodded, grinning. I couldn't hide my blushing, so I hid my face in the bouquet. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I got an itch. December 21st, 11:28 a.m. Don't know why I derped there. Found you. I murmured in front of my PC monitor. While doing my SRCPO job, I'd also been looking through a list of retired police employees. Every time I see SRCPO, I think of C3PO. I guess, yeah. The list went back 5 years. The victim in the November incident had 3 subordinates who all quit at the same time. All of them cited personal reasons for quitting. What if one of them quit out of enmity? That is so weird, that word, I don't know why. Towards the victim. There could be a connection to the case. The motorcycle officer who was killed in November was Masayoshi Todoroki, age 34. He was assigned to the Traffic Operations Squad. He was commissioner, second in command of his unit. Traffic Operations, a department of the Traffic Division of the Metropolitan Police Department and the regional police offices. Their main duties involve getting into police vehicles to enforce traffic laws. First, I need to know what kind of person he was. The X-Day crimes had begun as an attempt to expose and punish the police for their scandals. It was very likely that the victim had done something in the past, as Shiraishi suggested. I knew that this was outside of my jurisdiction. I also knew this might draw the ire of the police. But now, I had to do whatever I could to help. I wonder if I can get anyone to talk. We are going to Field Operations Unit. Field Ops 2 was in charge of most X-Day crimes' preliminary analysis. It might be best to begin by asking about those who were there at the scene. Ah, right. Inamoto was supposed to have been in Mobile Traffic Unit 2 in the past. I think he had quit before November, but he might have been acquainted with the victim. I took out my phone and typed a text. Do you know Todoroki, the victim in the November murder?
Nope. It happened after I quit. Wasn't he from HQ anyway?
I want to interview members of Traffic Ops. Do you know anyone who'd talk?
I think Satake might talk to you.
Here we go. I went to visit Traffic and greeted a man who was about to enter the office. Excuse me, is Mr. Satake in?
That's me.
Kenzo Satake, 53. Shinjuku Station Field Ops Team 2. I hadn't expected to run into him right away. He looked to be more of a veteran officer than I thought. I felt myself stiffen anxiously. I'm Lady Hoshino of the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office local office.
Oh, what does a young lady from SRCPO want with me?
His genteel speech contrasted with his gruff looks. I mentally sighed in relief. Now, what could he tell me? Well, actually, I'm an acquaintance of Mineo Inamoto.
Inamoto? What did that idiot do this time?
No, that's not it. I grew even more nervous when Satake's eyes narrowed. You see, I'd like to know a few things about the November X-Day case.
The homicide from November?
That happened on my actual birthday. Yes, I was hoping to talk to someone who was part of the initial investigation. That came out more directly than I'd intended. As expected, Satake cocked his head dubiously.
And why does SRCPO want to know?
Well, it was relatively recent, and there are still uncertainties about in the area. I thought it'd be helpful to get some backgrounds before I go out on patrol. It was a pretty strained excuse. I cursed myself for not preparing myself more before coming here, but it was too late.
Back during the preliminary investigation, we all thought it was a traffic accident. We only found the traffic light tampering after.
Thankfully, Satake went with it for now, without prying any further.
Witnesses saw the coin in the victim's hand and told us about the traffic lights behaving weird, but that was it. Traffic wasn't involved after the preliminary analysis, so that's all I've got for you.
That makes sense. Did you know the officer who was killed in the crash?
Why?
Satake's gaze grew even sharper than before. I continued, hiding my nervousness. Oh well, he was the victim, so I was just wondering what he was like. Stumbling over my words, it took all the spirit I could muster to get that out.
We were acquaintances, but I didn't know all that much about him. Even if I did, I'd rather not speak ill of the dead.
Of course. Pardon my rudeness. Is there anything else I can ask? On the subject of the traffic lights, are you sure that they were tampered with? I know that the police can manually control the lights, so could that suggest the possibility of a mole? It was a desperate question, but I needed any new leads I could possibly scrape at.
It sounds like someone hacked ATCS, the Advanced Traffic Control System at headquarters.
I don't know why. I looked at it, I'm like, it doesn't say X. It says ATCS. Derp. ATCS. The ATCS, or Advanced Traffic Control System, controls traffic information and traffic signals to increase safety and to make announcements and route traffic during emergencies. That is one long sentence. Holy crap. I was out of breath.
If it was someone on the inside, then they wouldn't have needed to hack it.
That's true. I wasn't sure if Satake was making small talk or if he'd figured out what I was up to and trying to feed me intel.
Still, young lady, the fact that you're even asking about the victim...
Thank you very much, sir. If I dug any deeper, I'd be caught for sure. I bowed and left quickly without waiting for Satake to respond. I hadn't learned much about the victim, but something had stuck out to me in the conversation.
Even if I did, I'd rather not speak ill of the dead.
Does that mean there are negative sentiments surrounding him? Probably. During my lunch break, I walked around to gather more information. Right now, it wasn't possible to learn much about Todoroki and the other victim. The truck driver's name was Ryouta Kakizaki. Kakizaki, that's an interesting word name. Age 25. The investigation had found no connection between Todoroki and Kakizaki. Jeez, that is tongue twister. Investigations HQ had thought that Kakizaki was targeted for his past criminal record. Kakizaki caused an accident that injured people, so he'd have a reason to be targeted by Adonis. Todoroki was believed to be an innocent casualty. Based on this, the investigation had focused on Kakizaki's past and the victim of that incident. If the goal of the X-Day crimes is revenge, who of these two unrelated people was targeted? This was important. I should look into Todoroki. The investigation had focused on Kakizaki, so any information I could find would already be on file. If there was some reason that someone would want revenge on Todoroki, it was likely that it hadn't been uncovered yet. Or more likely, it can't be found. It could be something that exposed a failing of the police. I'm interested in the 3 officers who quit. They all worked for Todoroki. I should meet them. As I decided this, I received a text message. I didn't hear the buzz.
How's the investigation going? Don't work too hard.
Thanks for this morning. I've made some progress. I think I'll go see the people who used to work for the victim.
By yourself?
I hesitated when I saw the immediate reply. We are going to say, let's look. I'm guessing with Okazaki. but I want to make sure. Yes. No with Okazaki. Oops. I think my sound is not on anymore. Weird. If you're okay with it, would you mind coming with me?
Of course. I'd be sad if you asked someone else.
Actually, I thought it wouldn't be good to rely on you so much.
Why? I'm happy when you do. I'll just sulk if you hold back.
I felt my heart pounding at his words. Then I won't hold back. Thank you.
I'm tough.
I couldn't stifle a giggle at his cute emoji skills. I closed my phone. We sent a few more texts and decided that we'd meet after I finished work. I can't help but laugh whenever Okazaki uses those emoji. These emoji. I don't know, it's weird. Ooh, I don't know who this is. Well, you know what that means. We're going to use the deadpan voice. What are you grinning about? Oh, it's Moshida. Oh, Moshida. Was I smiling?
Yeah. You looked like you were going to start dancing.
I covered my cheeks with both hands. Right. I wanted to ask you something. Do you know what happened to the crime scene of the November X Day case?
The November X Day case? The investigators went over it carefully at the time, and now it's open to traffic again.
Right. I won't learn anything if I look there now.
You seem a little out of it lately.
Huh?
Something's been troubling you for a while, right? You've been looking glum lately. I'm worried. And it feels like something serious. Maybe something that's backed you in a corner.
Sorry for making you worry.
Besides, Hoshino, you're investigating something, aren't you?
Huh?
Now don't panic. I wasn't trying to scold you. I'd been curious about the investigation that I haven't been able to relax either.
Oh.
SRCPO doesn't ever get to hear the details. Honestly, we're just a complaint hotline, but how can we really make the public feel safe if we have no idea how close the police are getting to closing this thing out? I haven't broken any regulations, but I've been doing some digging on my own.
Come to think of it, Moshida had always said that he's wanted to join the X-Day investigations.
I don't know what exactly you're up to, but SRCPO was set up in direct response to the X-Day crimes. It exists to keep peace in Shinjuku. As long as you remember that, don't sweat the details and do what you need to do.
Moshida.
You have urgent business, don't you? I'll cover for you. Now, go on. Get out of here.
Thank you, sir. Bolstered by Moshida's encouraging words, I darted off. Okie dokie. Even in its current state, this section of Shinjuku was still busy. Of course, it was less active than it had been, but people here came and went without fear. Everywhere you looked, there were men in edgy outfits and scantily clad young women.
I think there's always a segment of people who thrive in these conditions.
You may be right. People lived in the shadows of every society. For them, some times like these were normal, and they were probably better adjusted to it.
I can understand them a little.
Huh?
If you're someone who only feels home in a fight, or someone who must always be vigilant, living a peaceful, normal life is actually a pretty difficult proposition.
Ah, I see. Because Okazaki's an SP. Perhaps these people and Okazaki are actually somewhat alike. So you have that same level of awareness active because the SP are always in the line of danger?
Until a few years ago.
A few years ago?
My job now is incredibly peaceful. Yanagi's team doesn't actually need protection.
Oh, that's true. So, does Okazaki feel that a lack of danger is more difficult for him?
It's not like I think it's a bad thing. No.
He shook his head and smiled, as if he'd read my mind.
Having fun with you like this morning, hanging out with Yoshinari, and being treated like a nuisance by Yanagi and his friends.
So, he's aware he's a nuisance.
I think that life like this is pretty nice.
That's why I have to protect it. That's good then. Before his current mission, he must have regularly faced danger. I was happy to hear that Okazaki felt some relief from his current life. So there are people who can live in peace even while Shinjuku is like this, huh? The world was a blend of overt and hidden aspects. In times where people rejoiced, others wept. One man's justice could be another man's evil. This was a keen reminder of the what is that word? Juxtaposition? I guess that's what it is. I'm not gonna... whatever.
That's why you won't be used to the place we're going. Don't let your guard down.
Okay. I was used to petty crime, but we were heading into the depths of Kabukicho, which was normally under the purview of the Organized Crime Division. Numerous gangs operated out of this area of the city. In other words, most of the people here didn't exactly run legal enterprises. I was going to say expertise. And I'm going to let you guys go here. I can't even say that. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.